everyone, I'm Keisha Charmaine and I'm back, and here I am today to talk about what I've been seeing all over Instagram. People have been sending me articles or headlines and things, and I can't say that I'm surprised because I have experienced discrimination in the workplace firsthand. I made a video about that when that happened to me, so you can check that out. So I'm going to read a bit about it to you, and I'll have this article linked below. And this is from self.com, written by Alexis Bennett. And the headline reads, "A federal court ruled that employers can discriminate against people wearing dreadlocks. If you're wearing this hairstyle, employment discrimination is legal." On September 15th, a federal appeals court ruled that it's completely okay for employers to deny employment to those with dreadlocks, basically making employment discrimination against dreadlocks legal. A human resources representative told Jones that her hairstyle was against company policy, as dreadlocks tend to get messy. When Jones refused to get rid of her dreads, she says that the job offer was rescinded. In the lawsuit, the EEOC explained, "Dreadlocks are a manner of wearing the hair that is physiologically and culturally associated with people of African descent." But the final decision came down to figuring out if the hairstyle was a physical trait that could be changed. "We recognize that the distinction between immutable and mutable characteristics of race can sometimes be a fine and difficult one, but it is a line that courts have drawn. So, for example, discrimination on the basis of black hair texture, an immutable characteristic, is prohibited by Title VII, while adverse action on the basis of black hairstyle, a mutable choice, is not." So basically they're trying to say that they're not discriminating against hair textures, but they're discriminating against locks because locks are a choice. We choose to lock our hair. Our locks don't naturally lock, I guess. I would like to point out that our hair locks. People with kinky hair texture, especially, it locks. It locks naturally. It locks without manipulation, and that is how our hair is naturally. Yes, many of us do manipulate our locks. However, that's how our hair grows naturally. It mats together. If you don't comb it, it will mat and lock. The ruling took place a day after high-end designer Marc Jacobs sent models down the New York Fashion Week runway with colorful dreadlocks, a hairstyle apparently inspired by rave culture, Boy George, and anime. Social media users quickly voiced their outrage about the obvious cultural appropriation, pointing out that Jacobs clearly didn't recognize the style's significance in black culture, which eventually led to an apology from the designer. Now, I have a bunch of videos on cultural appropriation, so I will not talk about that in this particular video. So you can check those out. I will have them linked in the cards above, so definitely check them out after you watch this video to get my perspective on cultural appropriation and locks. I want to really address something that stuck out to me. So one of the reasons why they decided that it's legal to discriminate against locks is because they tend to get messy. Locks are one of the neatest hairstyles. I literally can roll out of bed and get complimented on how beautiful and neat my locks look. And do you know why that is? It's because our hair is locked. It's locked. We don't have to get up every morning and brush our hair in place because it's locked in place. That's what locks are essentially. It's matted hair. It's one. And I'm sorry about all the facial expressions. It's just how I express myself when I don't want to be profane, you know? I'm actually very upset. I know I'm smiling and all that, but it's a coping mechanism, I guess. I'm a little awkward. But I think that is absolutely ridiculous. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna act surprised. I'm not surprised at all. I've experienced it firsthand, and there's so many social stigmas tied to locks, and I feel like those are the real reasons why people don't want their employees to have locks. That's just not what they want to admit. You can't tell me that my hair isn't presentable. I didn't even tie my hair down last night. I just used my satin pillowcase, you know, and I just played with my baby hairs a little bit. That's it. That's all I did today. That's all. That's all. My hair looks great. My hair looks great. And it looks professional. And it's presentable. It's not messy. Locks tend to get messy. Loose hair tends to get messy. Loose hair tends to get messy. So you know what people do when their hair gets messy? They put some gel on their hair. Why can't we do that? What do you mean? Why is that enough for you to tell me that I can't get the job? We got a long way to go, man. I mean, sometimes you think that we're taking a couple steps forward, but then we take leaps, backflips, backwards. And it's just like, why would you want to work at a place that is going to want to judge you based on your hairstyle anyway? So those of you seeking employment, I wish you luck. I wish you luck, man. It's rough. It's rough. That really hurt me when I got discriminated against. Definitely check out that video if you haven't seen it. It really hurt me and affected me. But I'm not gonna change who I am. But I'm comfortable with who I am. I'm comfortable with how my hair grows naturally. Yes, I do twist my hair, so it's not like it's in its most natural state. You know, I don't freeform locks. Like, I don't freeform my locks like a lot of people do. That's a matter of choice and preference. That's okay. Those of you who do freeform your locks, I know that you will most likely experience more prejudice and discrimination than those of us who manicure our locks. And I pray for you. I pray for us all. And as corny as it may sound, we just have to work on ourselves. The more each individual works on themselves and becomes greater, naturally the world will become greater as well. We just have to, stop being content in our ignorance. Step outside of your bubble. Step into the real world where there are people who don't look like you, and be more than tolerant of others. Be accepting of others. That's really it. I'm disappointed. I know a lot of you are too, but keep your head up. Because you're beautiful. And you rock. And you're qualified. So you'll find another job. Thanks for watching. Love, light, and locks.